Hey guys, welcome in. Sorry, I've been a little bit sick and very busy lately, but it's time to get into some videos I've been meaning to make. So, how to best spend your gems? Your in Sorcerer Disney Sorcerer's Arena. Um, I think there's a few different stages that you're gonna be spending gems on. When you're low level, I personally think it is best to invest your gems in Grand Arena, leveling up. So while you're still low level, like level 20, level whatever else you can go spend all your energy here, click up on the energy thing and go purchase new energy for 100. The Grand Arena energy is the longest to naturally fill up. So, and it's also got the best rewards. And there's no limit to how many times you can go for them. So, personally, I think while you're a low level, the best thing you can do with your gems is go into Grand Arena, level yourself up. Just going and start grinding through whatever you're grinding to get leveled up. So, and saying that, I'm going to do a video on who is like the best and who's the best grindable characters and all this other kind of stuff. But let's just say Ariel, you probably can't go too wrong with Ariel, especially if you're low level. Just get her, she's always going to be useful. Some of this, it's always good to have the spells unlocked so you can use them when you need and probably get them to level 2. And Mickey's amazing. Queen of Hearts actually went well under the radar, but she's actually very good as well. She doesn't seem that amazing, but at high levels she is good. So a good one to invest in, although the payoff is going to be a long time away if you're low level. Magical Pot's great, Snowy's are great, Aladdin for the Aladdin event is amazing. So all of these ones are always good to invest in. Although a lot of people invested into Calhoun when before she got her first little rebalance. I think she's a lot fairer now, but not as good as what people used to have. And of course, if you are that level, you can just go for the woodies because you get the most amount of Grand Arena coins, and that is one of the best things. But while you're low level, I would say get in here, get some Ariel, get some spell, whatever you need. Spend your energy on this so you can level up. The reason why I say level up is because the more you level up, the more options become available for you. You'll also be able to get higher rewards the higher level you are. You'll be able to get further in like Grand Arena and all these other types of events, as well as the in-game events. So get yourself to a decent level using this and use your gems that way. Now there are two other main things that you'd want to use if you're not doing that with your gems. There are a few other main things. So if we go look in the store, when I first started, I was like, oh wow, okay, looking at all these different options. When you look at this and say 1,000 gems for 10 Aladdin tokens, so that'll like unlock like 1-star, I believe, like a 1-star version or something, if you can unlock a 1-star version, and then the Yago as well. So you're getting 2 for 1 here. If you're a very new beginning player, and then if you're doing this just so you can use the event, it could be worth it. It could be worth it. I remember, but I think back when I started, they this is a 2 for 1, remember, but back when I started, they did like just straight the character that was for the events, or one character that might be useful for the events. They did their tokens for, I think it was like 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and it'll just jump up each time. And I think 1 and 2-star were kind of reasonable. Like I think it was about 250 gems and like 350, 400 gems, something like that. And I was like, for that amount of tokens, that's actually good, because if you're spending refreshes. So here, just an equivalence, 10 refreshes on Grand Arena. That is what 1,000 gems is equivalent to. So can you get in this case it's 30 tokens. Can you get the 30 tokens for that amount of refreshes? Sometimes no, sometimes yes if you get lucky. Granted, you can only do 3 of those 100 gem refreshes a day, then the price goes up. So I'd do 3 a day and leave it at that. Alright, but if we're looking at all the rest of these packs, if you're looking here, 2,000 gems for a chance of 15 to 20, 120. And for the chances, they are very, very, very low. 100% chance you're going to get a 15. And then once you get over the 15s, the chances are to go down to like 50% to get any more, 25% to get any more. So you might get a little bit more than 15, but it's not going to be looking very good to get any more than that. So the chance to get 51%. Sorry. So I think personally, I don't like the odds for these types of things, and they do cost a lot of gems. So I think the 1,000 gems is definitely a bit of value for this, and this is the same for all the packs. Now, when we get down to things like down here to the bottom, villains and heroes pack. So this is one pack that has odds for between 5 to 330, so max tokens. And I think this is the best pack in the shop, and this is the only way you can get Jafar without that odd offer that's up the top there. I purchased a couple of these myself in the very beginning, and that kind of gives you it away that I've only done in the very beginning, so I have been using my gems other ways. But for a start, it's not too bad for a way to get tokens, and if you get lucky, then that'll be amazing. But I haven't been lucky. Jafar would be like, imagine just getting in here, pulling Jafar tokens, 330 Jafar tokens just straight away. But yes. But in the beginning, this is not too bad. So 500 gems for potentially 5 tokens, potentially more. But that gives you an equivalence. Is that five tokens? Maybe you get more for 500 gems. So 1,000 for 10 isn't too bad, especially when you're getting the Iagos and everything else as well. So I think that's actually quite a decent deal if you need them. I've got mine all max, so I don't. But the other thing in here is gold is the most limited resource in the game, and I find it's personally best now to save your gold or save your gems for buying gold, because when you level up, leveling up is one thing, but you also need to level. You need to not just have your player level leveled up. You need to level up your characters and their star levels, and you need gold for that. So the other thing is that you can use gems for is the limited time events. So they have done in the past. They've done a Merida event. They've done a Robin Hood event. They have done Aladdin event, and they have done a Toy Story event. So they've done all these different events. So, and then they do give decent character tokens and other top-up rewards, prizes like gold or resources that you can use. So doing a refresh on those, I find you spend like 100, 150, 200 gems on those is worth it to get the characters or to get whatever you're trying to unlock. I think that is personally, that is my main goal for my gems. Currently, I'm getting probably around about, I'm sitting in the top 20, so I'm getting about 200 gems a day-ish. If I'm lucky, I can get a little bit more. If I'm not unlucky, I might be getting 150, 100. But that is granted at the very top of the ladder. So because of that, I do have a decent amount of gems incoming. And because of that, I'm gonna say it is worth, if you're low level, it's best to level up. The next best thing I would say when you level up is to invest in some characters, and whether it be through events, is I think probably one of the best options, or through the shop if a very good option comes up to give you a good starting rate. I think the starter rates are always better, and then they jump up exponentially of how much they cost, and then it becomes not so value for money. So it's your choice in the end, but make some good choices and do things that are going to be good value for you. And then I think other than that, the best thing that I'm going to say to do, and the one that I'm going to recommend to do, is down here. I'm going to say I'm going to use mine for grabbing some gold. And I've got so many characters that are underleveled, that I've been underleveled for so long. I'm going to purchase another. I'm actually going to use that majority of my gems today, because I haven't been doing. I've done I think one or two gold packs ever, and I've just been waiting. So I think for me the waiting time is done. I just need to invest in some characters. I've got the gems sitting here. This current month, we are going to be having a repeat event of Aladdin and Jasmine, and as you'll see soon, I have already got them and got them maxed. So I'm going to do one last one, and then that's going to leave me 300 gems, so not very much, but I'm going to be doing a big splash out, and this is why. So 300, this is the least amount of gems I've had in a long time. I've always had like a little bit of a backstop to hold my gems, just in case like an event comes up or something else comes up. I always want to have some gems sitting there so I can do refreshes and all that kind of stuff. But now I'm at max level. I'm not using my gems that way. For this current Aladdin event that is meant to be here, I have got everything maxed. So as we'll see here, I've got my Aladdin max. So I'm actually going to take these up to max level now with that gold. The gold is what's been holding me back on a lot of characters. So I want to level that up. I want to level Jasmine up as well. Take Jasmine right on up, and I'm going to invest in all of these. And there we go. So I don't need to go for their tokens this time. So because I don't need to go for their tokens, I've got a whole month to save up gems again for the next event. Or at least 17 days, I think this one is. So for that, I'm going to be saving gems up. I'm just going to level up these. I'm going to level up a few of my other characters that I've been pressed for the gold. I haven't been able to level them all the way up, like the Toy Story ones. I only took them up the minimum that I needed to complete the event. And now I'm probably going to look at just maxing a few. And I've got all these guys down here that I've got all the max tokens for, and I can't upgrade them because I didn't have enough gold. So I want to invest in them. I'm not going to bore you sitting here up doing them all up, but that is my intentions. That is how I'm going to invest in my gold now. So once I've got up to the max, I'm going to use some of that gold to now level these up even more, and hopefully get the most out of a lot of these characters. So I think a good level to have most of your characters on is at level 56. And the reason why I say 56 is because that unlocks all the main 4 enhancements, the gear tiers. So if you can do that, you can get the max out of your character with -2 things, but then when you can just level them right up. But I'd suggest, because the difference between going from here and there is, it cost me, I think, what, I was at 47, so get up 10 levels cost me about 400,000. To get at the last 4 levels, it's going to cost me like 350,000. So if you need to be stingy and careful with your gold, that's what I do. And that's why you'll see I've got characters here sitting at 55, 55, 56, things like that. So, and that's what my Aladdin and Jasmine were at before I just leveled them up. So hopefully that has been helpful for you all, of how to use your gems, how I use my gems, and through some experience in the game, I think that is what has worked best for me. So A, when you're low level up. B, invest in characters, and hopefully you enjoy that, and we'll see you guys soon.